All right. This technique is the splatter technique. Everybody always wants to do this one, but I rarely let it. One thing you want to do is you want to prep your area. You don't want to get paint everywhere. So take some scrap paper and put it around where you're going to splatter, usually a little higher than where you're going because they tend to splatter high. You're also going to grab a brush that has fairly stiff bristles. So they shouldn't be really soft, they should be kind of hard. Some of those older brushes work really well for splatter. Now, I'm going to mix my paint up first. Maybe I'll do some of this pink. Now you want to mix a bit in your lid, so that way you have a bit to work from. And we'll splatter 2 different colors, so I'll also use this fluorescent pink I have. I have a fun pack of colors at home that has lots of different colors. Now you want to make sure your colors are nice and wet. You don't want them to be tiny little puddles. You want to create fairly nice sized puddles with them. Now, with your non-dominant hand, so I'm right-handed, so I'm using my left hand, I'm going to dip my paintbrush in. I'm just getting the tips to have a little paint on it. I'm going to hold it with this hand. I'm going to use this finger, and I'm going to create kind of this motion, like I'm opening a soda can, and I'm going to flick the paint onto the paper. So you see that got some pretty small marks. I put on a little bit more paint, and I flick a little faster, got some bigger marks. Now you could try, if the paint is really wet, to put a finger out and tap and get it to fly out this way. This one's a little harder to control. I don't like using this style, but you could. Personally, I like the finger flick. If you're looking for a different size splatter, try different size brushes. Now I also want to take the other color, do the same thing. I like to mix up my splatter with a couple colors. You could also move closer or farther away to get different colors of splatter. Sometimes I'll even just kind of tap and get some big spots onto my splatter. But be careful, you look at the huge mess I'm making. That's going to happen. You have to clean up after yourself if you ever do splatter. Please clean up after yourself now before you move on.